Good afternoon, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Sean Stiles with a look at your weather. And to say it has been hot is an understatement. I mean, take a look at this area of bright pink from basically the I-15 corridor all the way east into the Imperial County, all the way up into the Central Valley. A few places along the coastline not seeing very hot conditions, but the excessive heat warning through Saturday at 9 p.m. The National Weather Service will probably extend that, but for right now, that's where it sits. And don't forget, we also have some pretty big waves along our coastline, a beach hazard statement. So inexperienced folks going into the water, keep that in mind. You don't want to overextend yourself. Check with lifeguards. Here's what we can expect over the next 3 days. No real weather impact along the coastal strip. Plenty of sunshine, 78 tomorrow, along with Monday into Tuesday. It's the inland microclimates where you'll see a little bit of warmer conditions, and we'll then start to see that weather impact shift just a little bit. Now, as far as what we're looking at here, sunshine all the way to the coast from the inland valleys, plenty of it. And we're talking about clear skies right on through into the work week and next week, as high pressure is definitely the dominant weather feature right now. Low 90s in the inland microclimates. Ramona still at 97, 94 in Alpine. Low to mid 90s in the mountains, and excruciating heat out in the deserts. We're talking 115 in the Borrego Springs area. So very, very, very hot out there. We're talking about dangerous heat in the Anza Borrego Desert. Beautiful view from Mount Soledad. You can tell there's a south swell in the water. You can see how these waves are coming in at an angle. You start down here in Mission Beach and you see how they extend out into the water. That is telling you there's a south swell coming in from the southern hemisphere. Currently 74 downtown. You can see why the coast is where you want to be. Light sea breeze at 9 miles an hour out of the south. Serve 2 to 4 feet. The southwesterly facing beaches seeing the 5-foot sets. Rip current risk gives high water temperature, nice tide high at noon, draining to the low at 422. So looking at that, again, 74 downtown San Diego, 9 miles an hour is your wind. The computer decided we need to see that one more time. All right, Las Vegas, 114 right now, 113 in Phoenix. You head towards the Rocky Mountains. Denver, 90. Salt Lake City, 93. Boise, 98. And that heat just extends right up into the Midwest and all the way up into the Northeast. Look at the nation's capital, 96 degrees and very, very humid. Dallas, 94. El Paso, 96. And Atlanta, not bad at 78 degrees. Current temperatures across the southwest, Southern California, and into the deserts. Very hot in places like Las Vegas, the Mojave Desert, Palm Springs, Bakersfield, Fresno, 112 in the Fresno area right now. You come out to the coastal strip, pleasant. San Luis Obispo, 84, that's nice as well. Santa Barbara, 72. Civic Center, Los Angeles, 75 degrees, so looking good. Tucson, 107. The high pressure is the dominant feature across the entire western United States. We do have some moisture down over mainland Mexico. That's not turning into any type of monsoonal moisture because the high pressure is just squashing anything that is out there. As far as what we can expect here in Southern California, we're talking about really just basically huge dome of high pressure over the next 3 to 4 days. It's just going to shift a little bit. Any areas of low pressure that might bring us relief are going to get shoved up and over the top, and that will continue to be the game player over the next 3 to 5 days. This high pressure settles in over the weekend through Sunday, and that's why we're going to see some very hot conditions. Again, as we get into, say, Monday and Tuesday, you notice the high pressure is narrowing just a little bit, not quite as huge of a dome. And then as we extend into, say, Tuesday and Wednesday, it starts to shift a little bit, and the influence of this area of low pressure to the north of us is starting to weaken the high pressure ever so slightly, but not really all that much. The coast is going to be absolutely fantastic. Weather impact, nothing. It's just summertime, so we're going to enjoy the beaches and the coastal strip. impact along the inland microclimates tomorrow, 96. Then we cool it down into the upper 80s. We stay low 90s to upper 80s all week long. And for you folks in the mountains, it's going to stay very, very hot. In fact, some dangerous heat returns as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We get into the upper 90s, so really, really hot. And for you folks in the deserts, the weather and impact is right on through the entire work week. We don't even get under 110. Your overnight lows stay in the upper 70s to low 80s. In fact, low 80s all week long for your overnight lows. That's a look at your weather.